Hi everyone, so as we're setting up to start our live video, I just want to get everything right so that when you tune in, hey guys, good to see all of you, and I think what an evening. So we started out knowing that we will go live with Momentum Shift tonight with myself. Hi, I'm Elana Afrika Bredenkamp. I'm so happy that you're all clicking and joining right now. Wave, hey. But so much has happened in between, and I've just been on Twitter and I've seen so much. So most of us are getting ready to listen to our president, but also trending right now, rest in peace, Charles Meyer, South African entertainment veteran we have lost once again in our industry. So this is how we start our first one, but a warm welcome to each and every one of you. Soon we'll be joined by our first guest as we're bringing you motivation and hopefully some excitement during this time. Lockdown has been unique for most of us, and I think as we're entering another week with Easter weekend and for some of you Passover, we realize that we're going to need more than just I see that Sarah is ready. Sarah is sending me a request and I'm going to view it right now because she is our guest. And hopefully she's joining us right now. But while I'm talking about this, we want to give you tips and tools. And we want to give you tools that will flatten the curve and that will help you along the way. Sarah, hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm so happy to see you.
The lockdown is not lockdown anymore with the internet on, and I can see you too. This is exciting.
This is crazy because the last time I saw you, we were on a panel together, and we were both speaking about it's as if we knew the future. It's as if we knew that we would be able to, with momentum shifts, and thanks to everyone who's tuning in, be able to motivate people. It's like we knew that we would have to read all those books in order to motivate us and to inspire us so that during this time we'll be able to survive lockdown. But before I even get to you, I need to introduce you. So I'm going to do exactly that.
Okay.
If ever you were looking for someone who has journeyed and who's literally climbed mountains in order to get somewhere, then you want to meet our next guest. I've been on a panel with her before, as I've mentioned, and Sarah, it's just an honor to have you here tonight with Momentum and to be able to speak to you live. So many people are tuning in, and hello to all of you. If you want to follow Sarah, so her name is spelled like Saray, Saray, Khumalo.
That's good.
Follow her right now. She's a mom, she's a business leader, she's a climber, like literally. I explained to my daughter tonight, she's 5. And she said, Mommy, is she dark like me? And I said, yes, she's dark like you. And she said, what does she do? And I said, she climbs mountains. And I said to her, do you know Mount Everest? And she said, yes, there's a story about Mount Everest. And I said to her, yes, Sarah climbed Mount Everest and she's an ambassador. And I'm going to be talking to her tonight.
Yeah.
I first want to know, I mean, there's so much happening on Twitter at the moment. And I opened with that tonight, that one of our veteran actors have died. Our president is about to address the nation again. And then there's the major thing that involves me and you and everyone else who's tuning in tonight. We are in lockdown. And even though we are making it out to be sometimes very light and funny on social media, this is a serious thing, and it's affecting our lives and it's affecting our future. How have you been? Because you're not an indoor person. You're an outdoorsy. I want to
Yeah, I am indeed. But the way I've looked at it is, you know, when you go for an Everest expedition, is 8 weeks literally, and for the most of it, you are locked in a tent, you know. And this being locked here, and I've got a fridge, and I've got a bed, and I've got internet, is 5-star for somebody that climbs and is on a mountain surrounded by literally nothing, and you're seeing the same people. So I think we're kind of lucky. I am, at least myself, because I've been locked up on the mountain for, you know, for a week, 2 weeks, where you're just waiting for the weather to clear up before you move on. And also the other thing is, you know, you're waiting for the weather to clear up so that you can get to the summit. You know, you see what very few people have seen. So there's almost like light at the end of the tunnel. So when you look at what we are doing, and you know, look at the fact that tomorrow is going to be better, you kind of gear yourself up in a way that you prepare to be stronger when the lockdown is actually over. And because of that, I'm doing a lot of things. So I'm training every day, and I'm sharing my regime on social media. And when I share it, I make sure that I do it, you know, and just encouraging other people to say, you know, yes, we are on our own in our houses, but we are together because we have a common goal. And tomorrow, South Africa is going to be better because we've been able to endure this period.
I always enjoy the relationship between sports and what you learn through achieving and what we do in real life. By the way, if you've just joined in, hello, everybody. This is our first one that we're doing. We're going live tonight with Momentum Shift. My name is Elana Afrika Bredenkamp. I am very, very happy to be chatting to a South African. By the way, congratulations with your award. How amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm truly humbled by the honor. It elevates other girls that have been aiming for it, to say they can do better, they can do it. There's representation. It's a no-brainer. You know, the barriers are off. Let's now climb Everest faster. Let's go to the South Pole faster. Let's go the long route. So I'm just humbled to have the honor of having done that.
Sarah, I have to ask you this. I mean, you've just spoken about your regime, and I've mentioned how there's a lot of similarities between sports people. I always say that in a profession where there's sport, you are sometimes publicly humiliated, you know, because we will know your successes because the media will report on it, and we will know when you weren't that successful, like the fact that you have won G Sports Woman of the Year for 2019, and again, Women of Stature for Sports 2020. We will know the good and the bad. What can you tell everyone who is spending time indoors? I mean, you're doing the activities, but how do we motivate ourselves to get there? I mean, it takes a lot of motivation to get out of bed, to go through the routine. If you have children, to still look after them, to look after yourself, and then also to, let's just say it, to not feel sad or even get depressed.
The way I look at it, you know, even though the world sees the summit picture, they see the picture of you receiving the award. That is not, it doesn't happen there. It happens when you're on the field training. It happens when you're hiking every day and no one is watching. It happens when you're being your own cheerleader and knowing your goal. Because, you know, the world doesn't owe us a cheer. They don't owe us an applaud because we've achieved our goal. But when you've achieved them, the world is there to cheer you up. They are watching you, and they know for a fact that you've sacrificed for it because they're busy with their goals, you know that. And it's the same as this, you know, the world won't thank us and cheer us up because we've stayed indoors, but they will praise South Africa when we get out of it, having, you know, done better than some of the countries that we look up to, and we've known to be a lot more progressive than we are. You know, so I think we need to do this because tomorrow we have to celebrate because we were able to endure. They say it's always darkest before dawn. So let's wait for that dawn. The summit is almost near. Yeah.
I love how you say that the sun is about to rise. And if you've just joined us, yes, you're not alone. So much has happened in between. Earlier, I mentioned what is trending on Twitter at the moment. We can't wait for our president to address us again. And just to give us clarity, because we trust our leadership at the moment, but we also trust people and people like Momentum. Momentum Shift has given us this opportunity to talk and to motivate people and to inspire. Even though there's things that are trending at the moment, I have to say this. The reason we have people like Sarah tonight who's speaking and who's live with you, and you have the opportunity to chat to her, is because we do need life hacks. We are going to need tips and tools. We are going to have to fight to flatten the curve. And like you have just explained, we can't wait for the sun to rise. We can't wait for that dawn.
Yeah.
You are really busy during the day, whether it is with training or even your mind. Your mind is just incredible. Please can we have just some of it? But how do you get yourself to slow down? How do you get to the point where you go, lockdown is also a time to slow down and to reflect? You know, I was joking with my team today and I said to them, this is a time to reset, you know? Lockdown's going to reset all of us. So what do you do in order to slow down?
So spending time with my boys. I've got two boys. It's a, believe you me, it's a challenge to keep them in the yard. You know, it's just really reflecting on the day. What's kept me going is first of all to have like a plan. You know, I still wake up in the morning and I train, and I must have breakfast, and then I work, and then we spend time. So it's almost like there is time for everything. If there is
Yeah.
no plan, I would think then there's uncertainty and probably boredom and stuff like that. One of the things that you probably are not aware of, because of COVID and the travel ban, I've had to postpone a lot of my climbing, you know, because I couldn't go to the North Pole. I've had to cancel Denali. Everything has moved to 2021. So the way I've looked at it, look, I was sad about it initially. Then I was like, you know what? It's given me more time to train better. I'm going to enjoy it even more. And if I need to train better, what is it that I didn't do that I need to focus on? And that's keeping me going, because I want to have fun when I go to these things, and I want to be ready. I always try and look for the positive in everything, you know, because one of the verses that I absolutely love is Jeremiah 29, verse 11. It says, I know the plans that I have for you, plans to give you a future, you know, and also sometimes we don't understand what's happening, but it's to give us a better future. So I try and believe in that, and I just keep moving. So when the opportunity comes, I want to be ready. You know, there won't be time to prepare, because I'll be prepared now when I'm in the lockdown. And I also use it to relax. It's like training. When you train all the time, your muscles will be, you are easily injured if you don't relax. So set time to work, time to relax, time to have fun with family, time to check on friends that are single and then on their own during this time. Very important, because I'm taking it for granted that I have a house with people that I can talk to. There are other people that are alone. Just give them a call. Maybe that's what they were waiting for. So yeah.
So many comments are coming through, and people saying they love your positive outlook. We had another one that said, great verse. You know, people are commenting about your matter, the fact that you can pray and believe. If you just joined in, we have the privilege to speaking to Sarah tonight. Sarah Khumalo is live with us. You need to follow her online and support our South African athletes. I always say nothing comes for free. And just speaking to you tonight, I can hear that you've put in the work. And I love how you say that you need to be relaxed and you need to be ready, because when the challenge comes, there's no time to prepare.
No.
You know, seeing everyone's comments and seeing how they believe in your positivity and how you on a challenge and how you are ready for when the lockdown happens. I have to ask you this: what has changed for you? If you think of your definition for success, if you think of everything that you've prepared for, sure, there's been disappointments, because you just mentioned all you, because that was going to be my last question to you, like the summits that you have planned for the future, you've had to cancel it indefinitely because you don't know, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
what
correct.
is your advice to everyone right now that has been planning their success, that's been planning their small businesses and cash, and it's come to a dead halt? And I have to say this, it hasn't come to a dead halt because of someone. We're fighting a virus, right?
Yeah.
We're not fighting each other. What do you want to say to everyone who's tuning in right now?
I think it's just to persevere. It's a time to innovate. You know, it's a time to look at your business differently. What can you do better? What can you do during this time so that when we're up and running, you actually are a lot more efficient? It's a time to look at maybe disrupting yourself. You know, for me, a lot of the things that I've been able to achieve, if we go back to Everest, I mean, I only summited on the 4th attempt. It's to look at
I just want to tell you,
this
only on the
setback.
4th attempt is still amazing, okay?
I know, but it's really to look at this curveball that's been sent our way. What are we supposed to learn from it? How can we use it to make ourselves stronger?